Alright, so here we have the parts for the March UFO project. It is a necklace pendant. It was initially supposed to be a pin, and I put in the trifold it was going to be a pin, but I found wearing a 9-volt battery would probably rip a hole in your shirt. So instead we turned it into a necklace. And so what actually came in the kit is 5 capacitors, 10 multi-flash LED 3mm lights, a clip for a 9-volt battery, and a 2-inch circular breadboard. I do not have the printed parts. This video is for how you can put it together without soldering the wires. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And again, the project only requires 4 of the capacitors and 8 of the LEDs, but I send a couple extra just in case either the LEDs don't work or you burn one out. Now if you look at the LEDs, they've got a short wire. Let's see if I can get a little better view on this. The camera's not going to want to focus. But there is a little bit longer wire and a little bit shorter wire on these. The longer is the positive and the shorter is the negative. So we're going to do the positive towards, we're going to call this the top of the board. And we're going to put the positive towards the top, negative towards the bottom. And we're going to do this for all the lights. And you want to pair them in 2 for the capacitors. And then when you flip it over, you'll have the long wires at the top on both. And so you're going to take the long wire on the lower one and the short wire on the upper LED. And I just pull them to the side a little bit. And then you can twist them together. Let's go ahead and get the long one and the short wire in there. But then you just, all you have to do is twist them together. You don't have to solder them in place. And then now we have the positive and the negative. And the negative is going to go to one end of the capacitors. And the capacitor, you can bend the wires down so you can put them through the breadboard as well. And you need a little more space than that. There we go. And then you take the negative and one end of the capacitor, just twist it together. And if you get some needle nose pliers, I don't know where mine are at the moment, I swear I just had them. But anyways, you can tighten them up pretty good, and then just get your snippers and cut them off a little bit. Now this is going to be your negative that's coming off the capacitor and the positive that's coming off the top LED. And I'll just go ahead and show you how this first one works. And again, the negative is going to be the capacitor. So we'll touch that to the black. And then positive is going to be the top, and they will randomly flash different colors and different patterns. I have a gnat in here. Flippin' Florida. Alright, so I'm just going to continue doing this down the line. Let's see, we'll go every 2. Sure, we'll go every 2. Alright, so I have all my wires twisted together now. One thing I did find while doing that, it probably would be a lot easier if you do one row at a time, one set of 2 lights at a time, because putting all the wires through there at once is a little bit of a pain in the butt. And I'm gonna find my needle nose real quick so I can tighten up these wires. Alright, but once you have your LEDs twisted together, then you've got your capacitors down here, and yes, I did all 10. And again, like I said, if I'd have done one row at a time, probably would have been a lot easier. But we're just going to twist all of the capacitor wires together. And then all of the long wires from the LEDs together. And then you may want to strip a little more wire off of the positive and negatives. I'm just going to touch them on here for now so you guys can see this working. And it looks like we have 2 dead ones. Wonder if I think these wires came apart right here. There we go. Just turn this light off. They're like super bright, at least on the camera. But they do a random pattern and change colors. Alright, so hopefully you can see that there. Now, when you are doing the project, what I suggest is laying the printed part of either the pot of gold or the leprechaun hat over the board and using a marker of some sort and marking through the printed part where the LEDs will line up. But I really hope you guys enjoy this project, and that's how you do it without having to solder the wires. Peace out, everybody.